Welcome to Leadership Discourse with Amao Babajide Samuel. I'm glad to be your regular host on this program. In our previous episode, we mentioned that there are three styles of leadership, or there are three groups of leaders. We have the autocratic leader, we have the democratic leader, and we have the laissez-faire leader. When you find yourself leading a group of persons within a structured organization, it's important for you to be conscious of how you lead people. You can operate like an autocratic leader, or like a democratic leader or laissez-faire leader, depending on how you make your decisions, depending on how you delegate the decisions, depending on how you make your decisions, depending on how you delegate responsibilities, depending on how you communicate instructions, policies, and procedures to your followers, and depending on the level of involvement that you give your follower in the general management of the organization. So an autocratic leader is that kind of leader that makes decisions by him or herself. Leaders who are autocratic do not trust the capacity of their followers to make decisions. So they make the decisions by themselves, and they pass instruction down the authority line on how their followers are expected to carry out certain activities or procedure. In addition, autocratic leaders do not delegate easily, or when they delegate responsibilities or authority to followers, they still indulge in what we call micromanagement. This is because they don't have strong belief in the competence of their followers. They solely believe in their own self-competence in getting things done. And this fear of failure by their followers deny them that confidence to always delegate authority to their followers. So autocratic leaders don't easily delegate because they don't have much confidence in the competence of their followers. Another thing to note about autocratic leaders is that they value loyalty above competence. Okay? So they are always interested in people who say yes sir to them, or people who rub their ego. So they are leaders that believe much in loyalty than they do in competence of their followers. Now, in the process of passing information or instructions down the authority line, the language used by an autocratic leader is a command tone. Okay? In making decisions and in passing down authorities, autocratic leaders communicate basically through commands. All right? They believe that they have made the key decision, and they have to pass such decisions down by giving specific instruction through command language to their subordinates. However, it's important to note that while this style of leadership achieves much in the short run, it does not have capacity to achieve more in the long run. Secondly, it's also important to note that things only work when such leader is present. Whenever an autocratic leader is absent from the line of operation, nothing will be achieved that is worthwhile. because such leaders have not developed the competence of their follower to make decisions and to execute plans. All right? So an autocratic leadership style could help you achieve more in the short run, but it does not help you to achieve more in the long run. Another challenge with autocratic style of leadership is that there is a breach of trust between the follower and the leader. Okay? There is a breach of trust because the followers do not have trust in themselves. And it is not as if they equally have trust in their leader. They are only following the leader because they do not have a choice. So there is not much connection between them and the leader. Okay? So they don't have sense of belonging in such an organization because they have not been allowed to commit their emotion and their competence in the process of getting things done in such an organization. So this is the behavior pattern of most autocratic leaders. And for many of us who are familiar with personality and temperament theory, most crude choleric find themselves operating as autocratic leaders because choleric people have a domineering spirit. They have a high sense of ego that makes them to always want to be in charge and to always want to dominate the process and the entire organization. So we have been able to help us to see certain traits that will help us to identify the kind of leader that we are or the kind of leadership that we operate under. In our next discussion, we'll be looking at the democratic leader. All right? But until we meet in the next episode, I would encourage you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Amao Babajide Samuel, if you have not yet done so. Follow us on Instagram at Babajide Amao, and please like our Facebook page, Leadership Discourse with Amao Babajide Samuel on Facebook. Thank you, and see you in the next episode.